Hey everyone, Connor here, and today back with another video on Bay TV. We're back, and we're doing our my player ratings. Pretty much everyone played that was except Joe Smith. Obviously, he's a goalkeeper. We're not going to bring him on, and we're going to go through my player ratings. I just need to add one person to my notes, and there we go. I've just remembered now. It was Evo who I've just added to my notes, but we're going to go through the 11. By the way, just wanted to say one thing, and that was, well, I'll say a few things. First thing first, for once I got the team, the starting 11, 100% right, 100% right. I'll take the credit there, and yeah, I'm just, it's good to predict something like that because it means, yeah, hopefully a few more to come. It's very hard to predict a full starting lineup, but yeah, I've done it somehow. We're gonna go from goalkeeper up the back line, up into the midfielders, and then finally the attackers, and then then the attackers, then finally the subs who came on. I'm gonna give you kind of a more in-depth type of analysis, if you'd like, for each player of how they did against Barry Town. So obviously, just to recap, it was 1-1. I thought we did the better side. I thought we were the better side at times in the first half, should I say, and the second half. I thought beginning of the second half, they were the better side. They got their goal, and I think since their goal, we tried to push, and Udi got the late winner. Not gonna spoil anything, because I sometimes do that. We're just gonna get right into it. 2 minutes into the video already. In goal, we had Reece Truman. Reece Truman gets a 9 from me. We're starting off very high already. Reece Truman gets a 9. He was outstanding. Nothing he could have done really for their goal. It was pretty much put it to the furthest point of the net you can go. Couldn't really adjust his position better than he already did or tried to do. And the amount of saves he made, few with his feet, few with his near post. When you just save it with your arm because you put your arm there. Really, really good, solid keeper. You can see why he plays for Liverpool under 18s. He's going to be a very good goalkeeper. I think he's got potential to become a very professional keeper. Play in the not high-ish leagues. So yeah, Reece Truman 9. The second game, not and had obviously two great games so far, and deserves to keep his place in the team. And it's good that our second choice keeper is Joe Smith, and he's just as good as Reece. So Reece Truman 9 from me. Next up is Steph Eds. Steph Eds gets a 7. 7 due to the fact I feel like he did quite well for the amount of attacks that were coming down his left hand side. You could see where they were targeting. They were targeting Steph. It looked like we played with a 3 at the back. They were targeting Steph. If you think about it, you've got Harry Owen on the right. It looked like Harry Owen's a solid, energetic, strong, physical, very good player at the back to have on that right hand side. So they found it hard there. In the middle, we had Sam Hart, who's he's getting on it a bit, but very, very solid, good with his head, making good blocks, and we'll get onto that in a minute. And then you've got Steph on the left. And to be honest, he was probably our weakest link in the back line, but he still had a really good game. And Steph Eds gets a 7 from me because I think he dealt with the attacks coming down that side very well. So yeah, Steph Eds 7. Next up, Sam Hart. Sam Hart gets an 8. Again, this is really good. There was a few blocks with his head. There was a few blocks in general, just with feet. Same for Harry Owen, by the way. They both played really, really well. Sam Hart, he's did what he usually does. He was calm, composed. Played like, I don't know what the word I'm looking for is, but he played with a bit of confidence in him, a bit of I can't think. Yeah, but just go with a bit of confidence, you know. Yeah, we'll just go with that. So Sam Hart gets an 8 from me. Did really well, I thought. Very solid at the back. Next up is Harry Owen. Harry Owen gets a 7. No, I've just messed up there. Harry Owen gets an 8 from me. Sorry, Harry, if you are watching. He gets an 8 from me. He did really, really well. Again, like Sam Hart, you know, he making the blocks really, really good. He was solid. He was composed as well. And at one point, he was playing up front because I think near the end we needed something. He's got the height, so we just thought stick him up front. And he didn't get the goal, but you know we still got the goal by Udi. So Harry Owen, really good, solid. You see the potential. Surprised he's not playing for Connor Ski. In all fairness, Harry Owen 8. It is an 8, not a 7, by the way. I was going to say right back Kai Owens because I've just copy and pasted the actual first 11 here that I predicted, so I've still got the positions. Anyway, next up, Kai Owen. Kai Owen gets an 8 from me. Did really, really well. Probably should have got an assist in the first half. It's very, very tight. The only angle you can see it from is my angle, not even Scorio, because Scorio don't have Dan Atkins in frame when the pass was made by Kai. He did a really good ball. That was a great ball. And look, he's been on form recently, and I think he deserves to start as well. We are missing Alex Downs. I feel like he's a player that, you know, who drives, who has the determination, who's very physical, strong. I won't say he's quick, but he's good on the ball. He can put in a cross or two, get a goal or two as well. And Alex is a massive miss. But you know, we brought in Kai, and Kai can play a right back. Probably be playing a middle midfield type role. But he's definitely, I think Alex Downs is, not going to say replacement, but you know, person who's come in just while Alex is injured, and he can do a good enough job. And Kai Owen gets an 8 from me. He had a really, really good game. Next up, Tommy Creamer. Tommy Creamer, I give him a 7. There's an argument for an 8, but I'll give Tommy Creamer a 7. I feel like he did really well. I don't know how Cumbria Football have not given the assist to Tommy Creamer. I looked back on it at Scorio's angle, and it clearly is his assist. He's hit the ball upfield. Udi's got the touch on it. Udi's still got the ball. Defender's not touched it once, and he hits it in the back of the net. So that is a clear assist for me. But Tommy Creamer gets a 7. You know, I couldn't think of many things he did well except that one I just said, or anything really did wrong. I think he got stuck in a few times, you know, winning the ball and being composed, and probably gave Barry nightmares, you know, from when he scored that screamer. Yeah, Tommy Creamer gets a 7 from me. Let me know what you think. Possibly an 8. Who knows? Next up is Sam Downey, the captain of the day. He's vice captain, that's why, but he hasn't started recently. He started because Maka was suspended. Maka was also there, by the way. Maka was suspended. Downey's come in, and Downey performed really well. He had a few shots. He got stuck in. I'm pretty sure he didn't get a yellow card. So that's a first. That'll be the first time he's ever got no yellow card. Don't know if that made any sense. But Sam Downey gets an 8 from me. Did really, really well. Got stuck in, like I said. Had a few shots. If he was a bit more composed, there was one chance he was a bit more composed when he hit it. Could have gone top corner. But, you know, he is more of a kind of defensive type player. You can see with the tackles he makes. He does it so clean as well. Sam Downey, 8. Really, really good. Think he should be playing a lot more minutes. Next up, Matty Hill. Matty Hill gets a 7. Reason being he came off not due to him being poor or anything, just due to him picking up a knock. Hopefully it was just kind of in the moment, you know, where you've done it and it hurts, but then a few days later you're fine, or even a few hours later you're fine. Hopefully that's what it is. Hopefully it's nothing serious. So Matty Hill gets a 7 from me. I think he did alright when he was on the pitch. Next up, Dan Atkins. Dan Atkins gets an 8. He performed really well. That goal, in my opinion, should have stood. Because you can see Dan Atkins' leg, whether it's his right or left, regardless, doesn't matter. He's behind the defender. It looks like in an offside position. When Kai's just hit the ball, you can see Dan Atkins' right leg behind a defender. However, it looks offside. However, you look at the player next to Udi, looks to be playing him on. So it's a bit. I think he's onside because he is quick and he can run onto the ball, so it makes it look like he's offside, even though he's not. And he hit it really well, to be honest. That's probably a big controversy of the match. In my opinion, I think the goal should have stood. That's not being biased either. It was very tight though. I'll give you that. It was very tight. But Dan Atkins gets an 8 from me. Did really, really well. Next up, Udi Akban. Udi Akban, 9. He got the equaliser. Fought really hard. He looked like he was playing in a bit more of a deeper position, but ayo, that was first half anyway. You could see the fight from him. You can see in recent weeks he's had that movement. He's been a bit more, going to the player when they're on the ball, and Udi deserves the 9. I think, in my opinion. Really well, really well. Did really well, shall I say. Next up is Jamie Cumming. Jamie Cumming gets a 7 from me. Dealt with he did okay. He was gaining the ball. He was composed. Pretty much all of them were composed on Saturday, so that was good. Jamie Cumming, 7 from me. We're going on to the subs now. Lloyd Marshoes, 7. He had a few shots. I think one hit the side netting, which I originally, as soon as I saw him hit it and it hit the side netting, I thought it did go in, but then I saw the ball roll out and I went, no, it's not in. So Lloyd Marshoes, 7. He was creating chances. He had the energy. He brings energy onto the pitch, and that's what I like about Lloyd. So Lloyd, 7. Dan Jones up next. Dan Jones gets a 7 from me. He's done really well. He's adapted to playing at right back. He's adapted to being at the bay. He's played in so many different positions. I think he's played in midfield at one point. He's played up front. He's played at the back. Whether he can be this versatile player is a different argument. But Dan Jones, a bit like Alex and Harty, he'll give 100% anywhere. So Dan Jones, 7 from me. I thought he did okay, and good enough to get a 7. And last of the players, I didn't say last but not least, I said last of the players, Owen Cushion. Didn't start the game, and I think that was the right call. Not disrespecting Cush, by the way. I'm just saying I thought Downey should have played first, because I feel like Downey gets stuck in more, and he's a great player and deserves the minutes. Owen Cushion gets a 7 from me. He did okay when he came on. He was tidy. He was doing really well in my opinion. So Owen Cushion, 7. And last but not least, Steve Evo. Evo gets a 8 from me. I think he made the right choice. With the players he picked, with the tactics, he what's the word I'm looking for? Just before the game, when I heard about him having 3 at the back, I thought, great, because we did this at the beginning of the season and we couldn't win. Recently, we played 4 at the back, as we should be, and it's got better and then just dropped off again. So I think we went for the 3 at the back with Kai in midfield. At one point we had I think it was a 4-3-3, just with the 4 attackers instead of 4 defenders, which looked weird. And we got the goal. We pushed and pushed and pushed, and part of that's down to Evo, and part of it's down to the players wanting to play for Evo. I think Evo's a really, really good manager, and I feel like he should stay, in my opinion. Regardless of whether we go down or stay up, I think he should stay. But that's my opinion. So that's my player ratings. Within about 15 minutes, again, as usual. And I've got to go edit this, so it's going to take even longer. So yeah, thank you very much for watching this video. And we've got Penabont Saturday, so predictions coming out on Thursday. Hopefully get the 11 bang on right again. So yeah, thank you very much for watching this video, and I'll see you all later. Bye!